Hi guys, welcome to another interesting episode. Actually, the first episode for this year on the process with Samista. So I want to thank everyone that stood by us last year, that shared the video. I had cause to go through the couple of episodes that we have done, and I was amazed at our response and our turnouts and people that shared it. Thank you very much. God bless you and for pushing this down. And I believe you are getting blessed. As I said earlier before now, if it gets to a point whereby this stuff does not bless you again, stop wasting your data. Stop. It's advisable you stop. But if you feel that you're getting content from me, then you can actually keep up with us. Alright, so on today's episode of The Process with Sam, I have a friend, a brother, and somebody that inspires me. Very, very interesting. How we got to meet is actually, I believe it's divinely orchestrated. I think I went to anchor a program, Pastor Vita's outreach that she does every day. Yes, Euro Speaks conference, exactly. So I met him he was one of the speakers, and it was exceptional. He did exceptionally well, communicated live to the students, the teenagers, and from there I had support from me. And funny enough, it was now, I feel like things attract each other. So I think he came to talk to us and all that. So from there it has been good in every wise. And I get very inspired by him. Someone when he drops something and starts, I'm one of the first people to go and read what he actually saying about. So thank you for all that you do. So I have Mr. Toby in the house, but I'll let him do an introduction of himself. So sir, can you introduce yourself and tell us about you?
Okay, thank you so much, Sammy. It's a privilege to be on The Process. Thank you, sir. I think I'm one of the people that I hyped the thing when it was about to start.
Yeah.
That was last year. I think.
Yes, last year.
This is fresh. So great stuff you're doing here. Thank you for having me. Very first for 2022. That's amazing actually.
Thank you very much.
To be the one to open up the show. Yeah. Okay, my name is Toby Adeson, and I am basically a writer and a publisher. I also run a publishing company. Basically, it's called Art to Work Publishing, and I also have a group. I have like a team's ministry in that sense, where we get to teach, train, inspire, mentor young people, to help them to find their path, God's purpose for them, and find their identity in Christ, or also understand the place of some scriptural principles for giving. So because I tend to have this passion for young people, because I feel like we're in a generation where we have a lot of informed young people, but they are not transformed. Right? They have access to the internet, they have Google, they have Facebook, they have they claim to be enlightened, but they're not transformed. In fact, they're getting worse in their behavior and all that. So I feel like God's word is timeless, it's ageless. So even though we are evolving as a generation with technology, with all of these amazing things, right? The truth of God's word is still ever relevant. It doesn't, it's fixed. So it's as we continue to look at that picture which Christ gives to us, right, that we are transformed. So information, technology, and all of this that we use today is basically to support life. It's not to be the life itself. You understand? So I combine my work.
To be the life
exactly.
itself.
It's supporting life. We have cars, we have airplanes, we have rockets going to Mars now. We have a lot of amazing things. Those things are product of the intelligence of man, right? But it is not the life support of man, right? God is still God. Because in Him was life. So the life of God is what supports humanity. But people have now turned the creation to the creator. They've turned the universe to become their ultimate. Meanwhile, the ultimate is God, right? So I like to combine my time in my productivity as a publisher, as a writer, and also mentoring young people to understand these principles of life, to know God, to find their path in purpose. I'm also a journal therapist, right? I am a trained speaker, life coach. In the fear is of process, help people to resolve their fears, their phobias, and their traumas. And I also now added a new qualification as a journal therapist recently, where I'm able to use writing to help people to overcome fears, and all of that. So I've seen that as a person. God helped me to see some years ago when I was younger, that said, Toby, put your destiny, what your hands and your mouth can do. So I combine my writing with speaking to be able to impact lives and also.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, so he said he's a writer, and I've seen a couple of his books, he published books and all that within the country and outside also. So just to start with your writing career, can you give us a breakdown of how you started the journey to actually writing? Like, because I read a post of yours sometime, I think on Facebook, which you stated that after your NYSC, it was not something you had in mind. Like, so it was not like from investing, you know, like this watch. It was something that was. So just tell us.
Alright, so I think the journey began after secondary school actually.
Okay.
Because I was in secondary school and I was in fact, when you are from way back in primary school, I've always been struggling with English language. So it was word that, you know, to do summaries, to do comprehension. Like my mom had to be like my lesson teacher, like, and she'd be giving me plenty of barab, slapping my head, like, you know, she was boy, what's wrong with this guy? You know, so I always struggled with English language, understanding formal letter, you know, for some reason and all of that. So in fact, my wife, I was scared that I'm going to pass English language. Because why? So funny is that, so I check my results that day at the cafe. I think I don't know if I said it. And the cafe was like, I was about 16 then or 15. Like, yeah, 15 there. Yeah. So I went to start the cafe. Then he was saying about the cafe and all of that. So I had to pay for my car for the time I was here. So the guy that came to check, I was telling me to check this stuff. My hand was just guilty. So things come out, boom. I saw everything. I saw B, and so I went where it was English. I just see 6 hours jumping. So that was how bad it was.
Yeah.
You know, so I think I began to read books given by my friend Lee, in a way. I think it was like my first mentor there about.
Okay.
Although we were classmates, you know. But I learned a lot of things from him. So he was giving me books from John Maxwell, books from Mesa Autobill, you know. And he gave me about 2 sermons back then from Samadhi, titled Salt, and also from Chibideko at Empowerment that platform. So, you know, I kept watching these things over and over again, and those messages and those books opened my imagination. As in, that was the day I began to discover that there was more to me than myself. Those sermons opened me up. So I began to just.
That was at that age.
At that age, 15, 16, 17. That period of that, you know. So those books I was reading from How to Build, the sermons I was listening to from Samadhi, maybe Bishop Oyedepo, at that my 15, 16, as in those messages were now opened up my mind. And the thing is that, you know, we can't write if it doesn't come from within.
From within, yeah.
No, it's out of the abundance of the heart that the mouth speaks. It's also out of the mouth.
Right.
So because as I was filling my mind with those inspired teachings and words, I began to evolve my own consciousness as a writer. So I began to write things down. I write small quotes. Next, I writing small books. I writing like that. So it was until about 10 years later that I now published my book first, my first printed book in 2018. That became went wild everywhere. I saw that in about 2 months. People are still referring to that book because of the way it came about.
What was the title of the book?
It was titled Quantum Leap. Yeah, irrefutable principles to take from where you are to where you should be. Yeah. So that was the title. In fact, that book even came by revelation as well. So amazing. My revelation too. Okay, now let me just give you a background. You know, so I think it was in 2017 December. I was just worshiping and just praying about that. And then I heard the words quantum leap. I was like, what is this? I never heard it before. So I just began to just continue to pray about it. So that same night, I just scribbled the code of it. I just put the paper and everything. And after a while, I developed that entire manuscript into the book. And the book, in fact, the book was even for free. You know, the next day and all of that. So then in February of that following year, 2018, you know, our church partner and they announced that there will be a provincial youth convention, and I started the quantum leap. I was like, how did our pastor catch this same light that I caught him? So then there's going to be a boy that published my book. I was feeling like, imagine putting my thoughts on paper, and that's like permanent. I'm having this fear like, God, has to go ahead and do it. In fact, you know, the person that actually came to speak at the commission was Mr. Conde. Okay. You know, he came as the first speaker that day. Yeah. And they gave him the book. I said, just before you come up. Hey, this man actually preached for my book that day.
Wow.
He said, As in, he launched the book that day at the Commission Convention, and
The message was from.
he was reading, he was telling people that this book is a rare gem and all of that. And he launched the book with $100. I told me that this book that when your words will go international. Like he launched one copy for $100. I said, everybody was like, who is this guy? But everything was not.
I never really understood.
Yeah, of course. It's a story that.
I've had this section with first of this. Like, not today. I was running when I was running the interview as an audio section. Yeah. So I had
it's an amazing man.
Interesting.
Like, so that was so. Anyway, the thing there is that it's one thing to have a gift, and it's one thing for God to breathe upon that gift as well. So I consider myself an inspirational writer. I write not just write my creative stuff. I write to give life, and my writing always triggers.
Yes, that's true. Exactly.
Even in fact today now, I found my write up in 2019 on Facebook. I didn't go back to me. I was like, oh my god, 2019. And
still really bad.
I said like, this that's what it is, because light doesn't turn to darkness. Light is light. So I write based on how I'm moved upon, by the Holy Spirit. So,
all right, thank you very much, sir, for that basics. Like, it is very, very important. What I'm seeing from that is that this thing is purpose driven, not just because you want to write. Now, we started something, I think last year or before last year, called Terra Rights. And the aim was to help people that had thoughts or that have gone through certain things in life to express that circumstance or situation in writing, like they can free their mind of it. So can you tell us about that?
Alright, so it's something that I would say I stumbled upon that thing, although it was in a process, like this program is called the process. Everything doesn't just happen.
Yes, it's a process.
There's always a process that creates a product, right? So you never just arrive somewhere. You rise to that place, right? So I think in 2019 I took a paid course from Daya Sandal, a paid training, like 2 intensive days and all of that. Called Fear Resolve and all of that. So we're dealing with a lot of issues, a lot of how to deal with traumas, and it was very practical, immersive class, and that helped me come to trainings and talk to us. So that was my first exposure to that field of let me call it neuropsychology and all those things, psychology and mind dynamics and all of that. So that was like the foundation for me to study. So I was just looking forward to seeing how I can also help people to come into that experience, come to use what I learned in class, to overcome their trauma, their phobias, their fear of the future, anxiety issues, doubt and pain in the past and all of that. So along the way, I was just listening to Steve Harris on Instagram that day. Let me just watch Steve Harris. And there's something that he said, or maybe he did not say, but that thing just triggered a thought in my mind. I told you, you are a writer and you are a therapist. What if you combine therapy and writing together? What would that give you? And, wow, that's amazing. That's therapeutic writing. So so that led me down a path of research that does this even exist?
Exactly. Has it happened before?
Has it happened before? So that's that. It's actually popular, or let me say it is popular abroad.
Okay.
So
in Nigeria, I've not true to say I've not explain
it down. So funny, I was like, wow, we have a lot of people that do counseling, therapy, but counseling and therapy and writing was just inside the and in fact the first one that we did last year was people were literally weeping, were crying, because it was so transformational. It went to a deep place with them, and again, it's not about how well you write.
Right, exactly.
Mama, daddy, or writing like Steve Harris, or writing like it's about an expression of your heart, using words. Because see, words create the universe, and words can also transform things.
Yes.
So if you are able to, first of all, go deep and begin to express those things through something that will guide them through all of that. They are able to resolve the pains of the past, able to forgive people and let things go. As in fact, it's things that people think that sometimes that change is just by just sudden, or maybe just through prayer and people just pray and they feel like that's all. Or I I need to understand the Bible in a very deeper way after going through that.
That's so.
Because the Bible says something like, says that, for instance, says something like, as a man thinketh, you just feel like it's just your thoughts and everything. No, it includes your values, your beliefs, your upbringing, your as in everything contributes together to as a man thinketh. So that's what thinking is not just about just think about what the food is, think about rice, think about the car next. No. It's years and years of formation of beliefs and patterns that makes us how we think. So that comes out, goes deeper into exploring your history, understanding it, and also interpreting the events of your life correctly, and all the while still through writing actually. So it's an elaborate process that goes for like 5 days, and 5 days people's calls with them, who's a lot of excitement and everything, prompts to get them to do these things.
And after they finish writing, they feel the
and when they are done, they feel burden, and they can even take action regarding that particular thing. There was someone that she told me that I think she didn't get to appreciate her father the whole month. So like after she went to the connection, began to be more grateful about like the father family, and she now literally like composed a very emotional letter to her father, and that means that the man died about some weeks after that time. Like thank you for helping me to express the depth of my heart to my father. Because one of the things that we teaches that is something called gratitude party. That on it, as in try to throw a party of gratitude to people. Like just dig within your life and find people that have actually added value to you in a particular way, and just express your full gratitude to them.
Alright.
That's things I teach.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, about that. So it's important that we are in a broken society, one way or the other. We have been broken, and many people do not know how to express this. They bleed on people, everybody like that. Absolutely. So one of the importance I noticed from that was that it could help people easily. I knew somebody that literally writes everything, but I felt like the person should have been a part of that training. Do you understand? But I think it was my bad. I was supposed to be a fat person and all that. But I felt it was actually easy out. So if you're going through anything, I'll drop his handle on the screen. Then you can actually go ahead to his page. The next time it's coming up, you get updated about it. It's a very good section that you should take part of. Very affordable. Now, before we
I want to add what I said earlier. That of course people go through a lot of things that break their emotion, break their mind, break their confidence in life and all that. Now, as well as some people get to speak from their past, not from their scars. Now, if I just get injured now, that the pain will still be there. I feel like the thing will still be bleeding and all of that and all of that. If I attempt to continue doing everything like that and that injury is still there, it will get worse. But if I heal that scar, that injury, and it becomes a scar, I can easily go about and even play sports. I was injured yesterday, but today and all of that. I can be able to help other people.
So there's a difference when the injury is still there, and it has become a scar.
People always say that that your mess is your mess and everything. It's true actually, but what if you're not taking care of the mess? And I'm speaking of the mess, it becomes more messy in that sense. People actually need
to heal first.
To heal, and it becomes a scar. People need to speak and inspire from their scars, not from their injuries. I even heard somebody that she was like a counselor and that, things online and everything. She was helping people to get healed. Meanwhile, she was still hurting. They end up people committing suicide.
Wow.
My son that's supposed to be therapy, supposed to be a counselor, helping people to get healed and everything. But you yourself, you are still not. So they were literally speaking from their injuries, not from their scars. So there's a journey between your injury and yours, and that journey is healing.
I've never pictured this stuff like this. That's interesting. Alright, thank you very much. I'm going to go over this over and over again. So quickly before we wrap up today, I don't want this stuff to take too long. About the youth or the teens aspect of your career and this, and how have you been able to impact? Because the way we are now, it's very obvious in our generation that we're losing teenagers and even the youth, we're losing everybody. So what will be your contribution in years to come, aside the conference and stuff like that, to actually help the teenage in your generation?
All right, so it's also a process as well.
Yeah,
it's not going to be instant, and we always have to learn every now and then. Every generation they have so it's still balance what I've been doing before, although it will grow to a larger scale as the days go by. So it's still basically my writing, my speaking, speaking. So what I'm even doing this year that the person I have to do basically, number one is that I should have like a monthly event.
Okay.
That is focused on helping young people to steal their gifts.
Okay.
Because the thing is that the enemy still uses their time, uses their gifting, uses their energy to accomplish his own purpose. So now it came to us and said that you guys are this year looking from action that we're having events like that targeted towards young people, helping them to first of all understand, identify their gift, then steer it up. Right, and also geared towards the purpose of God. Because if we are able to help them to find the gift, speak to that gift, and guide them to use that gift, of course, their time will be involved in all of that. So they will have lesser time to be doing all of those sexual whatever, having 10, 15 boyfriends. So that's one. And number two, again, we are also in the verge of starting something that is fresh for us. It's called Gospel on the Streets. Okay. So it's a means for us to gather a lot of young people to invade a location that we choose prayerfully and all that. And basically we'll be preaching the gospel, pray for people on the road, and in fact it's a very heavy and massive thing that does. So basically we're going to get, because the only thing is that it's not enough to even teach things anymore. Get them involved. So it's going to be a means for us to get a lot of teenagers involved in the work of the ministry in a very fun way. Because that's what will get them. So we are there getting involved in some of their gifts and putting them also to see how this thing works. It's going to be very fun, because Christ is not supposed to be boring. Just singing hymns and just clapping. No, Christ is actually alive. So even in their everything should be fun to them. So we're going to be bringing all of that, beginning this year and beyond and all of that. And they're still mentoring, there's all of these things going on in the background. So it's going to be a larger scale. All
right, thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your contribution to the society. See, the truth is that there are few people that have content in our world now, but there are still people that have content. There are few, but there are still people. And speaking, not because he's here or because of anything, but surely this man has content. I know people that have content. Content knows content and things like that. So I've gone through him and I've seen that. So I'll keep you posted on most of this stuff. Definitely, you have my number, and you can follow him also to keep posted. If don't follow people that cannot contribute to your life, follow people that will have positive impact on your life. So quickly, Mr. Stobi, I would like you to tell us through your days on earth or your years back, you have experienced a lot of breakthrough, I can put it like that, in the area of your career and all that. What can you say, maybe in 3 minutes, can you give us some things that are responsible that you can, if you were to advise a younger generation, do you understand? What can you say were responsible for part of this success of yours?
Okay, well, the first thing is just to love his presence. That's my number one asset as a young person. I've discovered that's been one thing that happened most in my life, not even outside. Because that was where I caught a picture of who I was designed to be, my abilities, when I saw something about my future, about my future family.
So that means you did not know yourself outside God.
Yeah, exactly. So there's really there's too much. There are too many things in the world that looks like it.
That is not it.
There are models, we have figures, celebrities that people are looking up to, all of these amazing people. Yeah, of course, they are actually good people. They have enough money that they for themselves, which is good. But they cannot fully capture who you are. Right? Because we are a chunk of God. Right? So for me, the thing that has really worked for me, that will continue to work for me, is number one, to be a lover of His presence. Just always find fellowship. Just fellowship. Not because I want to call it fellowship. Just enjoy His presence, and it's from there that things just come out. That's number one thing. And number two thing is being open to receiving from people, because everybody is a gift. Everybody's a gift. You're a gift. You're a gift. Everybody's a gift. Every human being is everybody. In fact, every human being carries a measure of possibility.
True.
So if I were to be friends with Bill Gates now, by that friendship, some things be possible in my life because he's a billionaire. He has global connections, influence, he has authority, he has a lot of things. By one, this is like that. As for me, I say, I recommend Toby. Forget. In one day, I was 1 billion because they'll be like, who is that guy? So, in the same vein as well, so every human being has a measure of possibilities that can bring to your life, to my life. So that's the two thing. God's presence and also having people that you're open to receiving from. But also having your own company with people that you have the same like people that can pour into you, can pour into them, and all that. And of course, reading books, exposure to information. I love books, and I'm a publisher. I publish books like almost on steady every week, like new books for people. So in a way, I'm always surrounded by books all the time. Books was opened me up to myself, and that thing that I always back then. Books helped me to see dramatic some of the books. I still buy books today. I still read books today on business, on life, on relationship, on marriage, on spirituality. So books are another means of I've been has transformed my life. With my teenagers till today. I'll still buy more books. I'll still write more books myself. So those 4 things for me, I think are quick. One, loving God's presence, having people that can pour into your life, mentors. Number 3, having people that are like-minded with you. Information gathering, knowledge groups, conferences and trainings, listening to advice and all that. It helps, and I think those 4 things have been responsible for most of growth and impact I've seen.
All right, thank you very much, sir. God bless you for that sincere answers. So please, it is important. Join the train. Don't be left out. Do you understand? He read some people and he was inspired about life. He wrote it on somebody else read from him and he also inspired. So don't just be on the ground, because else what you will hear is people who have passed the bridge or people that have gone ahead. You must join the train along. So thank you for joining this episode of The Process with Sammy Star. I have a lot of people this year, like people that are going to change your thought. But you see, these few minutes that we're spending together, I'm going to make it more than what it's. Do you understand? So please stay logged with us, share the link, and tell people about it. Let them come and watch and also get blessed. It's here till eternity, till Jesus comes. The video remains here. So thank you very much, sir, for coming on the show. Thank you. God bless you. All right, till next episode. Thank you for watching.